Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to click on my video. And I just want to say thank you. If this is your first time, thank you. If you returning, thank you. If you clicked on here by accident, thank you. I appreciate you all. Now look, this is the part of the video. I need y'all to do me a favor. I'm going to need y'all to hit that like and that subscribe button for me, please. Did y'all do it yet? All right. Y'all, guess what we're here for? We're here for another episode of Love, Marriage in Huntsville. We're on season 3, episode 12. Yes, I know I am late. Ooh, don't hold it against me. Shit happens. Y'all, another day, another story. But anyway, y'all already know what I'm about to do. I'm about to watch this, come back, watch this some more, give y'all my thoughts, my opinions, and talk shit like I always do. Let's get into it. Okay, y'all, we are opening up the scene. Everybody get ready to go. Everybody's packing up their stuff. Everybody's like, okay, we at the end of this Vegas trip. It's time to go back to Huntsville. Let's leave all this Vegas stuff behind. Let's not take none of it with us. Let's just move forward from here. So we got Martell and Marcel in the kitchen. Marcel is cooking steak. I said, hold up, are we cooking Marcel? I'm going to let that go because them steaks was looking real good. I was like, oh, can I get a piece? So anyway, Maurice is outside waiting and he's on his phone. Then you got Lewis and Tiffany in the room. Tiffany is telling Lewis how last night Destiny came up to her and was like, let's squash this beef. Let's start over. Let's leave all this stuff back here in Vegas and let's just move forward. How can we move forward? Tiffany suggested going to a spa day. And I was like, oh, that's cute. Oh, everybody likes a spa day. So Lewis is looking over here looking surprised, like, oh, for real? And she's like, yeah, so I'm going to give it a try. Anyway, only thing I got to say to this is Destiny. You now cannot make no more faces. You can't make faces. You can't roll your eyes at her. You can't do these slick ass comments because you went to her to make things right. You went to her and asked her, like, how can we squash this beef right now? So that means you was open to it. So don't be going into the table with no, because we know how you are. On the other hand, I ain't there with Tiffany yet, so I'm going to still be and all that other stuff in my slick comments to Tiffany because I'm not there yet. Anyway, so then we get back, then we with Tisha and Kimmy, and they're just talking about Kimmy is coming in the room to check on Tisha because, bitch, you had egg on your face, and I just need to make sure that you all right. Why he do that to you? Why he left you in the middle of the ocean just drowning? And I said to myself the same way Maurice leave your ass in the ocean and drowning. But shit, I'm with you on this one. So then Kimmy's like, girl, are you okay? Oh my gosh, I felt bad for you. Tisha then wants to tell her, that how Martell been going through some things for the last 3 years. I said, oh, last 3 years since y'all been here on this show. Y'all better fix it before it get worse. I'm telling y'all, because this show don't let this show ruin what y'all got if y'all trying to hold on to it. Anyway, so then she starts crying and she's getting all emotional because she's trying to understand Marcel and she wants them to be on the same page. In her vision of life, she always thought the mom, the dad, and the kids all there on family vacations together, not just the mom and the kids. That's not the vision she had in her head. I said that wasn't the vision Marcel had in his head either. So y'all wasn't on the same page on that point. But anyway, one thing I can say, I am not mad at Tisha for her vision. I'm not mad at what she wants out of life. I'm not mad that she wants this white picket fence. I'm not mad at it because a lot of people do. Some of us want that in life, but we don't always get it. But we make do. So I'm like, Tisha, if that's what you want and that's your goal, I guess keep working on it. Eventually, hopefully, Marcel will see this and it's not too late. Not when the kids are like 15 and 16 years old. And now he talking about, all right, y'all want to go on family vacation? No, we good. We don't want to go to the amusement park. We did that already with Mom. We good. You're going to miss it all, Marcel. Not Martell. Marcel. You're going to miss it all because it's going to go by that fast. Trust me. Anyway, so Kimmy tells her, like, basically, girl, we got to be here for each other. You know how the Scott brothers are. You know how the Scott men are. We just, if they're not here for us, we got to be here for each other and the kids. So, I got your back. You got my back. We all love each other. Oh, yeah, thank you, sis. I love you. I love you, too. Now, finish packing your shit so we can get the hell about these people place. All right. I'll see you in a few. Okay. So then we move over to the men. The men are outside. Marcel is distributing the steaks. And I'm like, yo, can I get that piece right there? Like, it's a piece right there. Just give me that little corner piece. Just, they ain't got to be big, but nobody wanted to share their steak. And then I realized, well, I was like, why nobody want to share their steak? I said, wait a second. Somebody's missing. Where the hell is Big Lou at? Big Lou ain't nowhere in sight. I said, oh, 1, 2, 3. Y'all only had 3 pieces of steak left, so y'all didn't invite Lou to the party. That's messed up, y'all. Y'all could have gave him a piece of y'all. Well, then again, y'all didn't even want to give me a piece, so y'all definitely wasn't giving Big Lou no piece, because y'all probably been at least more than half of each one of y'all. Anyway, so they out there, they talking. So Martel says, you know, he had a good time. Thanks for inviting him. And he asked Marceau, like, what do you think about the trip? And this is the part that kind of for a second. He said, yeah, you know, I miss our friend group. This is Marceau telling Martel, and Maurice, of course, but I miss our friend group. I miss us hanging out and doing vacations, yada, yada, yada. I said, wait a second. This is a friend group? So you really want to be friends with Martel? For real, for real? You in real life want to be friends with this man who just put you and your wife in a bad situation for no reason because he was caught up? Is that what friends do? I will beat the shit out. Baby, I don't give a fuck if it was true or you was lying. Either way, you would have still got your ass whooped. You gonna put, what we gotta do with it? Because you going through your, I don't know if I could be friends. I don't know. We gotta work together. That's exactly what it is. On lunch breaks, we not talking. On 15-minute break, we ain't talking. None of that. I ain't got nothing else to say to you. If we ain't got nothing to do with work, please don't talk to me, because I'm done with you. I would never in my life be able to trust you. But anyway, Marshall said he wants his friend group. I said, okay, if that's what you want. Then Martel mentions that, you know, that time when you had said that you was depressed, you know, I was thinking that I could be going through the same thing. You know, some days I don't want to get into bed. I'm angry. I just don't want to leave the house. I could have been going, you know, I might be, you know, slightly depressed myself. And then you got Marceau talking about, yeah, like, you know, his thing, he worried too damn much. He want to be in 3 different places at the same damn time. It's 8 o'clock here. It's 8 o'clock over here at the same time. Which he can't be in both places at the same time. But while he's at the 8 o'clock over here, he worried about what he could have been doing at 8 o'clock over there. I said, yeah, you're going to run yourself ragged, sir. Because there's no way in hell, you could be in 2 places at once. If you can do that, I'm gonna need you to tell me how you did that. Because it's times I want to be at 2 places at one time and I just can't figure how to do it. But if you know the trick and you know how to do it, tell a sister. Let me know something. Then Maurice saying, well, you know, that's everyday stress, because, you know, I go through the same thing, because, you know, when you're an employee and you got employees, you got to worry about their family. You got to make sure they eat and everything and getting paid and all this other stuff. So, you know, this has been a rough year for all of us. Like, we really needed this vacation. We need to do this more often. I'm like, y'all don't take time out just to say, you know what, let's just relax for a second. Whew, y'all going to run yourselves. When time y'all get older, y'all ain't gonna want to do nothing, because y'all gonna be burnt the hell out. Trust me. Anyway, don't trust me. Like, y'all don't know me to trust me, right? Anyway, so they just, you know, mentioning about, you know, how they feel like they could be going through some type of depression, and, you know, they need to figure things out, and, you know, basically try to prioritize things a little bit different. Now, anybody going to do anything about it, or they just talking at this point? I don't know. But one thing I can tell you, depression is real, and it's a serious thing. Sometimes you don't just never know. So I feel like if you feel like it's a slight little bit there, you might want to go talk to somebody before it gets bigger. It's like a snowball effect. You know how you got that little ass snowball? You can start off with a size of pea. You keep rolling and rolling, and it get bigger and bigger. Don't wait till you start spiraling out of control, and you really don't know what the hell to do. But anyway, another subject, another time. One thing I do gotta say, Tisha, your confessional good girl, that new one, all that chocolate, I like it. I said, oh, look at you looking all cute. I thought your look was cute, Tisha. Melly lets us know that this was a trip from hell. Like, this was a terrible, terrible idea. She appreciates them for inviting her. But her and Martel cannot be underneath the same roof for too many days together. I said, yeah, because y'all was arguing like cats and dogs, and y'all was getting on my goddamn nerves. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Like, we came on vacation. We didn't come here to hear y'all hoop and holler and scream and all that other nonsense. But anyway, Destiny tell us she had a great trip. She just tired of being in between Martell and Melody over here. She just want to get back to her baby and, see where things go with Destiny, even though she still get on her nerves. I said, there you go with them damn faces again, Destiny. Didn't I tell you can't do that shit? You can't do that after you went to the girl to try to make peace. Like, what the fuck? Okay, girl, we are now back in Huntsville, and it's a week later. Tiffany goes to Melody's shop, and she calls us like, hey, girl, you there? I'm outside. Yeah, I'm back here. I didn't even know you ring the bell. I said, it's a camera with you and a camera with her, and you ain't know she was coming. Girl, stop playing with me. They told y'all about to have a scene. But anyway, she comes and opens the door, and she's talking. Melody said, this is my God said go room. She's selling her little merch with her little fanny packs. I said, we wearing fanny packs still? Okay. I mean, I guess some people still wear fanny packs. I don't care who makes a fanny pack. I don't know, maybe because my stomach ain't where I want it to be wearing a fanny pack. Let me stop hating, right? Okay, maybe fanny packs are in for you girls and guys, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, she's saying like, yo, I called you. What's the deal? Girl, I know you called me. I just had to clear my mind. Because that Martell done drove me fucking crazy. I said, wait a second, Melody. Hold up. You didn't return this lady call, a business call, because you let Martell aggravate you to the point where you couldn't conduct your business when you got back? Bitch. He worked your nerves that much. Why you let him work your nerves like that? Martell is nothing but like this big right now. And every time he come around you, he gets smaller and smaller. Martell get your panties in a bunch. Is that what you telling us? You let Martell get your panties in a bunch where you couldn't even focus on your work when you got back here, and you couldn't even call Tiffany back and say, girl, I'll call you later. Y'all know what later mean, right? That shit could mean 2 weeks later, 1 week later, 3 days later. It don't even matter. Later mean later. So it wouldn't be no argument. The near fact that you did not return this woman business call says a lot about you, Melody. I'm just saying. Then Tiffany tells her that, her and Destiny's going to make up. They're going to go to a spa day. And Melody's like, oh my God, that is so cute. She also apologized to Tiffany for Destiny. I said, there you go, apologizing for grown people. Melody, these people are grown. Stop apologizing for these grown people. They know what the fuck they doing. They know what they doing. You should not be having to, if it was one of your kids, then yeah. But you're talking about some grown ass people that know right from wrong and when to say things, when not to say, what to do and what not to do. Girl, you don't need to be apologizing for nobody. And Melly, I like your outfit and I like your hair. I like your little look you got going on here. I must say that too. Anyway, so they like good, squash it. Okay, let's get back to business. Okay, now you got Big Lou. I like calling him Big Lou instead of Louis. That Big Lou sounds so much better. And we got Big Lou. I think Martell calls him that too. I think it's where I got him from one of the men. Somebody be calling him Big Lou. But anyway, we got Big Lou and Martell. They at the gym. Martell brought his son, little Martell, in to, practice some baseballs to throw and the bat and yada, yada, yada. Cute little boy. I said, look at the kids getting all big. And then you got Big Lou and his 2 boys there going to show him how to do it. And, they said, let's go to the side. So they go to the side and they have a conversation. Big Lou was like, what's up with you? What's going on? Like, what? You had a blackout moment, man. What's going on with you? Yeah, I know. Mel can get underneath my skin. Yeah, or, we can both be petty. He just going back and forth. So Louis told him that you lost it. You had a blackout moment for a second. Like, I don't know what was going through your head. She was being petty. She know how to get me. And we know, it's on both sides, yada, yada, yada. But what really bothers me is the fact that the kids know the song or whatever. And it's damaging to their father. I said, is it the fact that it's damaging to you or the fact they know the song? Because now, granted, their kids are smart. They're not young. They're young, but they're not young enough to know the song. Now, do I believe the kids should know the song? Nah, because I feel like what goes on between parents should just stay between parents. It should never be the kids. But being that she made a song, they were eventually going to hear it. I think what Martell's problem is, you don't want to be held responsible and accountable for what you created. And the fact that you gave her something to write about is probably what pissing you off even more. And you saying this about the kids or whatever. But anyway, so Lewis is saying, Martell was saying that, he being petty because he feel like Mel always got something to say. She wouldn't get the last word. And Lewis is like, yeah, that's how women are. They want to get the last word in or whatever. So that's one thing I did say. I was glad Lewis was holding him accountable. Like, yeah, dude. Like, he was trying to hold him. He didn't, like, gut punch him, hold him accountable, but he held him accountable when he was telling him, like, nah, you might not understand. How you think your anger doing? Oh, I think my anger's under control. I said, Martell, who anger? Not your, he asking you about your anger, not about his anger. He asking you about your anger. How is your anger? You ain't got that shit under control. Bro, where you got that under control at? You was spazzing out. You was doing spins like you was in football or playing basketball. You was spinning around people trying to make your point and get all out of her face. I said, I don't think that was control. You know what would have been control? If you would have walked up and not said nothing, let Melody arguing by her goddamn self. But being that you so petty and she stings your ass, which I love that she fucking do. When I tell you Mel be stinging Martell, and he can't handle it. That's what I think about Martell. But anyway, so he's like, yeah, I'm thinking about asking Mel for the kids for full time. And Louis' face, y'all, he was like, do you think that's a good idea? Like, how you think she gonna say? Well, I think she gonna be okay. I said, Martell, who are you? First of all, who are you talking about? You not talking about Melody Hope. I don't even know her maiden name, but I know you're not talking about Melody Hope. You think she gonna say, okay, yeah, take the kids full time? Melody works 70. The kids are with the babysitter 70% of the time. I said, how you know? Let me find out you be questioning them kids wanting who you was with. Where was you? How long was y'all there? Make sure you write the time down. When your mom leaves, I need you to write the time down on a piece of paper. And when she come back, I need you to write the time in, okay? Make sure you have the date and the day of the week it is, okay? And then when you get a chance, you make sure you take a picture of that and send it to me so I can have it in my phone. Because, at some point, I didn't see the scene yet, but I seen him pulling out a phone. I said, I know this motherfucker's not pulling out a phone checking shit. Is this what we doing? So I could just see him questioning them kids. I don't want nobody else raising my kids. And Lewis is like, yeah, I understand. Which I think anybody will understand. We don't want babysitters raising our kids. But if we have to do something, there's no way in hell you as their daddy gonna tell me I can't. When you got the kids on your days, I don't care what you do. Do it up. Have fun. Like, I believe, this is what I believe. On the days that the kids are with their dads or with their moms, I don't think either parent should call. Because I feel like you shouldn't have kids with somebody you can't fucking trust. If you say, okay, I got to call my kids, I got to question my kids, I got to ask them, how do you have kids with somebody you don't trust? Or are you just being spiteful at this point? Because I'm just confused. Because there's no way. When my son was going to his dad's, don't call me. Oh, his father used to always say, I want him to call. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't need to call. That's your time, bro. Have that. I got him when he come back. Don't worry about it. And, he can call you because he was with me most of the time. So he did still speak to his dad every day on a regular basis. But he only going to wait for the weekend. He ain't got to call me. What he calling me for? No. So I just feel like when it's involving, I don't think the other parents should really, unless there is some type of harm. And if you can prove that the kids was harmed or something while with somebody, other than that, shut the hell up. Shut up. So Lou's like, how you think that's going to go? He's like, I think it's going to go good or whatever. And, you think she's just going to give up her kids like that? I don't think it's going to be that bad. I said, who the fuck are you trying to convince right now? You trying to convince us or yourself? I'm just confused because damn well that conversation is not going to go like that with Melody. Boy, you going to go sit. And then it says something else to me. Martell, what do you do all day? What the fuck do you do besides being on this TV screen? Motherfucker, you ain't got no job? You ain't going to have no babysitters? I'm confused. What's going on here? You got time. You got more time to be with your kid. So that means you're not working? So Melody was the brains and everything and the work ethic behind it, or you was just doing whatever was told. So I'm just trying to figure this out. Because that's a problem. Melly already let us know before that, she was paying what's she paying, your light bill before? Because you ain't have no, bruh. I'm going to need you to go have several seats. Several seats. Martel, go sit down somewhere. So he's trying to convince Lewis and us that Melly's going to be okay with this. But I said, okay, we're going to see what happened next. I want to say something else. Martel, you are such a fucking liar. Like, it's like you lie to anybody that listens to your story. Like, go from something this small to something so dramatic because you want it to be believable. But it's just not. Like, you're just a lousy, you're a terrible person. You're a terrible person. I'm sorry, you're just a terrible person. You keep swearing you do things right. And it tells me that you question your kids. Why the fuck are you questioning your kids? Which means you're telling me that you're getting your kids involved in something that shouldn't be. You complain about Melanie letting these kids know this song, but you're doing the same exact thing to them. But the only difference is you're questioning them. Who was you with? Talk about the kids telling you. The kids wouldn't tell you if you didn't ask these questions. Yo, when I tell you he's a fucking lie, yo, he works my nerves, part. When he was saying that the kids, told him that they was with mommy for 2 days and with a babysitter for 5 days. Who the fuck is the babysitters? Don't Mel and her brother watch those kids? Mel and her brother. Mel and Mel mom watch those kids. So I know you're not calling her parents, her mom and her brother a babysitter. Please, that's not what you're telling me you're doing right now. He works my nerves. When I tell you Martel works my nerves, he works my nerves. I just want to punch him dead in his throat. Like, right, just, real hard to make him, and feel like he can't get no fucking air. Okay, y'all, we are now with, Maurice and Kimmy, Tisha and Marcel. They having a date night. Kimmy dressed, she can't even walk in her dress. I said, this is too funny for me. She's like, it's too tight at the bottom. I said, girl, just put a cutter right in and make a little slit on the side. You'll be fine. So anyway, they get inside and Kimmy tells Tisha how she looks like Wanda, which she does. Tisha's pretty. I think Wanda's pretty. I think Wanda's just annoying as hell, but I think she's pretty also. So more soul says, you look like who? She said, my mom. You tell motherfucker don't like, well, who? God, I hope I do not. This is more so. I hope I do not wake up out of a deep sleep and roll over and there's a Wanda in my bed. Teacher talking about me neither. Like, I hope she not in your bed either. But no, he was talking about you completely looking like your mother. Jesus, what did she do? She gonna look like that's her mom. Like, I thought that it was funny to me. But it was weird at the same time because I was just in here dying laughing. Like, what the hell? How you gonna say that? You don't want this lady to look like her old goddamn mama? Like, she literally looks like her mom. And you gonna sit there and talk about you hope she don't look like her mom she don't look too much like her mom when you wake up from a deep sleep. I said, Marcel, you were so funny. So anyway, they talking about how they there for each other, yada, yada, yada. They talking about depression, and Letitia didn't know nothing about it either because it was something new to her. He said, Marcel said he not doing nothing about it. They trying to convince him at the table to either seek some help, talk to somebody. Even Maurice was like, look, we grew up this way together. I'll go with you to the therapy office or whatever. He was like, nah, I'm not doing nothing about it, yada, yada, yada. I said, look. He said he ain't doing nothing, y'all. I don't know why y'all y'all trying to convince somebody who is stuck in their own ways, who believe everything they do and say is absolutely right. There's nothing y'all gonna be able to say to this man to convince him to go and talk to somebody. So y'all are talking blue in y'all face, and I'm going to move on from this conversation because once again, Marcel is being difficult. Tisha had to even say, like, if something happens to you, because she gave an example, like her aunt, she was so busy she didn't even realize that she was sick, ends up passing away. And I have to agree with Tisha on this. Like, it's not going to affect nobody but me and the kids the most. Like, you out here running ragged. You running yourself to the ground. You won't take a time out and you not telling me nothing. And this is what you want. Tell me what I can do. He said, listen. I said, listen. Tisha don't do nothing but listen to you. Well, then again, you did just a week ago. And he did tell you that you didn't want you to do the the wedding vow renewal thing, and you took it upon yourself to try to convince him again to do it on a low, maybe you don't listen to him, Tisha. Maybe you do need to. Even though I feel like you listen to him a whole hell of a lot, but in his eyes, you don't listen to something once or twice, you never listen to him. That's the way he just look at it. Y'all gonna talk to Martell until he blue in the face. Not Martell. Marceau until he blue in the face, and he's still not gonna go. I will move the fuck on. Okay, if you don't want to get help in this situation, what you want me to do? All right, let me just get the funeral arrangements. Let me take another policy out on that ass, Tisha. Since he don't want to stop, if I was you, I will invest in 2 more policies. So, and I will definitely make sure they're in the millions. I'm pretty sure y'all can pay them shits right now. Girl, because at his rate, he ain't going to be here much longer. Don't even worry about it. At least y'all financially be okay. Now, you trying to find somebody to hit that cat every now and then, that might be something different. But at least financially, you'll be all right. Moving on. It was something else I wanted to say. I wanted to say when Kimmy was saying how, because Tisha was saying, I'm your wife, you're supposed to come to your wife and tell your wife, because Tisha was at that table the whole time looking confused, like she hearing this shit for the first time herself. I said, bitch, I'm gonna need you to get a different face expression, because we don't need to know that you heard this for the first time. So Tisha was saying that, you're supposed to come and talk to your spouse. I'm your wife, you're supposed to talk to me. Kimmy then says, maybe it's your spouse. That's why he can't come to you in that sense. But I don't think Kimmy was throwing shade. I think she was just simply saying, apparently, Letitia and Marceau cannot talk to each other. They do not communicate well with each other. So that's what I think Kimmy was more saying. Like, maybe he just can't come to you and communicate. The same way you can't go to him and express yourself without having to go through Dr. Francis or through somebody else. It's maybe the same way he feels about you. So I don't think Kimmy was throwing shade. It might have been a little bit shady, but honestly, at that moment, I don't think it was shade. Just my opinion. This is the main event that I was waiting for. Okay, we are back with Melody and Martell. Martell is in the cafe ordering him a green tea in his little tight outfit. I said, okay, you in your outfit again. Here we go. He goes and sits down and he's waiting for Mel. Mel comes in here looking snatched. I said, bitch, yes, that's how you do it. Woo! I was like, okay, Mel. She came in. She was like, you want me to sit here? I said, bitch, where else you gonna sit? Ain't no other chairs. You want to sit at another table? Mel, stop. Sit your ass in that chair. So he was like, yeah, sit right there. You want something to drink? She was like, no, I'm fasting. He said, fasting from everything. She said, mm-hmm. So anyway, they get to talking. Martell lets her know that he was happy when she came to Vegas because he was really happy to see her. She said, oh, you was? He said, damn, can we take that back? She said, why? You don't want to say how you feel? I said, ooh. Did you just tell us that you was happy to see Mel? Well, we already knew that because, we can see it. But I'm just saying, you actually said it out loud. And it just confirmed everything. And Ariane, if you're watching this, girl, what you gonna say about this one? Okay. Moving on. So they going back and forth, figuring out why they arguing so much in less than 24 hours. It was just too much. Then, he ends up apologizing. She said, cry me a river, no more apologies. I'm done accepting all your apologies. Then this fool goes, you ain't never apologized to me but one time in 12 years. I said, this is where you went wrong, Martell. You went wrong, period. But I'm just saying, why you gotta keep hitting her with every time she say you do something, you gotta say she do something. Like, what is this, tit for tat? I'm like, oh my God, you ain't never apologized. She said, you did worse. And he goes, and you did worse than me. I said, Mel, you got another baby with somebody. I just need to know, do you have another baby with somebody, or you got a 5-year relationship that we need to know about? Because I don't think that's getting no worse. I don't care what she did prior to that either. I don't think it's nothing worse than nothing worse than those two right there. You had a 5+ year relationship with this bitch, and then you had a baby, and she did worse than you. Boy, get out of here. So she was like, name it. And of course, you stayed out when you left the house and you stayed going for a day. She said, yeah, I went to the hotel by myself. Why I go to the hotel by myself, Martell? You are so disrespectful. You've been disrespecting me for years. That's why we wasn't even able to celebrate our first year. They almost didn't celebrate, or they didn't celebrate their first year anniversary because his mouth and how disrespectful he is to her. He goes, you're being disrespectful to me right now in public. Look how you talking to me. I said, oh, not disrespectful to you in public right now. She said, you did the biggest disrespect of all time. Now he wants to change. All right, you know what? Okay, let's talk about the kid. Oh, no. Mel was eating his ass up, and I was here for every moment. I said, ooh, get him, girl. I felt like I was on her shoulder. I felt like I was on her shoulder, cheering her on. Like, go ahead, Mel, get him. Sting his ass again. Sting him again. Sting him on the left side. Sting him. Go ahead, because his shirt's so tight. It's gonna go straight through. It ain't gonna be no struggle or nothing. You just gonna be able to pop his ass. Get him. Girl, she's like, I really wasn't here going like, get him, Mel. But anyway, so he was like, we need to change this. So she was like, no, you did the ultimate disrespect when you couldn't even keep your penis inside your pants. I said, boom. Gotcha. He's sitting there like, I said, what you gonna say? What you gonna say, Martell? Go ahead, say it. Say it, Martell. He ain't say shit. He was like, can we talk about the kids? I said, oh, now you want to talk about the kids, right? Okay. Let's talk about the kids, Martell. What you got to say? What you got to say right now? He's like, okay, we talk about the kids. The fact that you have 10 babysitters. Mel is sitting there looking like. So he's going on how she got 10 different babysitters, and she's like, no, I don't have 10, I have 2. He was like, no, that's not true, because 3 people watched them in one day. She was like, yeah, your cousin watched them. I said, wait a minute. Not you trying to say that your cousin is now the babysitter. Martell, you was talking to Big Lou like this was somebody you ain't know. These was just strangers, straight babysitters. You know how you look in the thing and you go to nannies.com and stuff? That's what you made it seem like. And it's your cousin, and it's her mama and her brother. So you out here making it seem like this girl got all these babies, even though we already knew your ass was lying because you're full of shit. And I'm so mad at Mel that Mel literally had to break this down. And this motherfucker is pulling out his phone talking about, I like facts. I'm going to, what day was that? I said, earlier in the video, I said, Martell reminds me of a person who, what time did your mama drop you off to that? What time did your mama leave? What time did she come back? What day was on? Make sure you write the time, the date, and the day of the week it was. Oh my gosh. He really pulled out his phone to go over dates with her about the kids and her mom and her brother watching the kids. And Melody really went through that whole time. I would have said, fuck you. And I would have said, fuck you. If you don't get out of my face, I am done with this conversation. We don't need to talk no more. What is wrong with you? She literally broke it down. And this fool gonna talk about, I was getting the kids' hair done for a year. I was getting them done. And then they started being petty. I was getting the kids' hair done for when you ain't have no job. She ain't say no job, but when you ain't have no money, I was getting school. And then she starts naming all. I said, wait a minute. Y'all are parents, dummy. This is what y'all are supposed to do? Y'all sit here going for tit for tat. Who did what? Melody, I am 100% team you. And I keep saying, I don't care what Martell do. Anything you say, how you drag his, how the songs go, I could care. I am always team you when it comes to Martell. But at this moment, girl, I would have got up from that table and told him I wouldn't have broke shit down. You trying to prove to him, and you said it yourself. This is why you talking about getting better and communicating and, trying to get along. And look what you're doing. You know what he's doing. So why are you feeding into it? Well, bitch, I was here for every moment of it because I was going to get this man's mail. But and literally was breaking it down and then going back and forth. He wanted to kiss. She said, file a petition. He said, I don't want to file a petition. What? You know what? If you don't file a petition, I will. And then she gets up and she storms off. But I keep saying, what the fuck do Martell do? Because he said one or two babysitters. Your mama ain't gonna watch them kids on the regular. She already told her she is living her best life. That ain't it. She ain't watching them kids. She don't mind keeping her grandkids every now and then, once in a blue lagoon. But right now, this is mama time to shine, and that's what she doing. And it ain't got nothing to do with having no kids. Her future don't see kids. She don't see no kids in there. She raised y'all to raise y'all own. Going on the other side of town. Mama ain't doing that. She may take them once in a blue. So who you got, Martell? Who babysitting them kids for you? Stop playing. All right. Mel, I'm glad you got up from the table finally and just left his ass there with the deuces and strutted off the way you did. Because, bitch, I was like, yes. That's how you get them together, Melody. That's how you do it. And you walk off with so much class with your head held high. I said, yeah, bitch. I was here for it. Martell, I think you're an asshole. Like, I don't know how you thought that conversation was going to go. I don't know how you thought you and Mel was going to sit there and you tell her that you want them kids full time. He told me, I got money now. I said, oh, not you got money now. You should have had something before. You ain't have no nest egg. You ain't have emergency funds. Like, mind blowing. You making all this money. Melody had a good cushion somewhere because Melody was straight. Plus Melody stayed booked. That's probably another thing. But yeah, bitch, she got his ass together. And I was here for every moment of it because I told you anything that Melody say or do to Martell, I'm here for. Now, some of the other shit Mel do, bitch, I ain't here for you on that. None of that other stuff. Some of them I'm still looking at you sideways. But, baby, when it comes to Martell, you got my full attention because I am here for it. Drag his ass every fucking chance you get. And you do it so classy. You don't do it bad. You don't do it like the typical crazy nutcase. You do this shit classy. And I am here for it. Good lessons to learn from you, girl. Yo, that was the end of this episode. The episode was all right. But this end with Martell and Melody was everything to me. Because I'm telling you, that bitch got him together. And he couldn't do nothing but sit there and look like. But yo, that was the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm out.